Yo. Yo, 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 yo. No, I'm coming. I'm here. Give me like 20 seconds. Alright, chat, I'm here. I'm here. Just sipping my coffee, hold on. Do the start. How you doing? And go and buy sell now. You see blue? You have to sell one support, break support. That's how you know support's broken. See, you have to sell one support is breaking support. That's how you know support is breaking. That's how did the video go, chat? I gotta find it. Now I want to find it. Good morning, chat. How you guys doing today? Let me just find this video real quick. Once I see this candle close with no bearish momentum, that's how I know support is holding support and we're gonna go up.
Our support is strong enough to hold the support and we're gonna push up. And look what happened.
Once I see this candle close with no bearish momentum,
Have no bearish momentum, I know that our support is strong enough to hold the support and we're gonna push up. And look what happened right after that candle close. Once I see this.
yo, chat, never trust a mentor that drinks this. Trust me, man. You don't want to be him. If your mentor be drinking the pink Starbucks drink, it's a little suspicious, man. I don't know. What up, chat? How you doing today? What's going on? Another day with your boy. Yeah, chat. How's it going? No sale, bro. No sale, man. So unfortunately. Yeah, chat. How's it going today? Everyone's good? I just want to see. Checking my account, make sure it's not blown yet. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, chat. Yesterday was, you know, a little late day, a little late move day. You know, we had a trade after the stream, like maybe like an hour after the stream ended though, like 11:30, 12 in the similar channel, and that was right here. It was like I think 10 pips, 10-15 pips for us, but it pretty chill day. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty late move. I think the day prior to that was a late move again, the day prior to that day. So we've been getting like a move like early New York session and then just like a late push throughout the end of the session for New York. But some light, nothing too crazy. But yeah, chat, let's hop on the analysis and see what's up here. I believe today you have no news, which is good, which is perfect, because who loves news there? Nobody. Well, I'm sure some of you guys love news. Some of those who wants to have buy stops and sell stops, but for the most part, you know, I'd rather if we have no news, to be honest, right? And today is your lucky day, because today you don't got news. Today you have prelim consumer sentiment, and then at 10 a.m., which is late in the day. Don't know if we're staying that long, but maybe. And that's about it. Next week you got the Yen Bank holiday on Monday. So if you're trading GJ, be aware. You're chilling on Tuesday. Wednesday you have FOMC, I believe. Yeah, FOMC. Thursday you got pound rates, interest rates again. So the Tuesday is USD interest rates, and then Wednesday is USD interest rates, and then Thursday is pound interest rates, and Friday is flash services PMI. So next week you have a bit of folders, but the most important folder next week is obviously going to be the Wednesday one, which is interest rates for the US dollar, right? FOMC. So going to be interesting to see how what the monthly count does with that information. But chat, let's do this analysis and then see what's up here. I believe today should be a decent day. Should be able to get something. We shall see. But let me just send the Zoom link in. Yeah, it's a Friday, chat. It's a Friday. Last day of the week. Who's sad? Last train day of the week. Anybody like sad? The week's over. You can't overtrade no more. You can't over leverage no more. All right. chat. Let's do this analysis. Seen Don Car in person today feels crazy. Oh, what up, Grant? What up, GD? Those crypto markets open on a weekend and blow some accounts. True. Yeah, after 5 p.m. you guys are gonna be on crypto. Should be a volatile weekend for crypto after what happened last week. Okay, chat. Let's do this analysis real quick. Let's do this analysis. So where's my annotations? Okay, right there. So all right. So the monthly candle, right? You have 14 days left in the monthly candle. 14 days left. So that's like half the month left. The first half of the month so far, you've come up, right? Obviously you've come up. You see this candle pushing up, right? And remember we stated on March 1st, we stated how the monthly overall is bearish, right? Due to the fact that it closed bearish at resistance. So you have resistance here. Same thing happened here. Same thing happened here. Resistance at or resistance was created at these levels here, right? So every time price created resistance at those levels, price was able to come down and just retest the lows. So looking left there, you're looking at roughly these levels to the left hand side here. That's where price kind of tapped into the last time you created resistance here. Now I'm not saying there's a 100% guarantee that price will flip bearish, right? Because at a given point, yes, price could break the highs and still drive up. I'm saying as long as price does not break the highs, right? As long as it does not it will, but as long as it does not break the highs, this could flip at any given point. So you can start to anticipate bearish, the flip of the monthly candle to drive back down to retest the lows, right? So that was the monthly, and that's what I'm saying. Like FOMC next week on Wednesday, interest rates when they come out, the numbers come out, you'll kind of see what the monthly kind of does for the rest of the month. Because I believe FOMC will give you a direction for the month to drive bullish or bearish, and then continue finish off the month whatever direction it finishes off in, right? But that's the monthly. The weekly is obviously pretty bullish. You didn't really close above this range here, obviously, but you still came up with the top target, right? The weekly target was like 1930 here. Right, I think that's what we stated on Monday or Tuesday, and price obviously came up, tapped that level. You have another resistance up here, but in order for us to come up towards that resistance, you're going to need to push up and break above 1929 first. So I'll wait for that. But again, the small time frame will tell you what price will do today. Drop down to daily yesterday closed doji. So you obviously had a resistance right around here. Sorry, was it here or was it here? I think it was above most recent had. Yeah, so most recent resistance, right? The previous candle closed back into the range. This candle over here closed doji, right? So this candle didn't do much yesterday. Candle opened up there, then closed right back where it opened up. So this candle today, I mean, I'm still bullish as long as you don't break these lows right here. I'm still bullish for price to drive up towards the daily target, which looking left is going to be 1950, because looking left, that's where you have clean traffic towards to the left hand side, right? It looks like you're gonna be mirroring that candle to the left now. But yeah, like yesterday we anticipate price to drive up towards those levels, but price did not. Price kind of just came up, came back down, closed doji, so nothing really happened. Today's price, same thing as yesterday. Since it closed doji, I'm expecting the same thing to happen today, anticipating price to drive up, right? So if we can get buys today, that'll be cool. Again, I'm open to buys, I'm also open to sells, but buys for me today on a smaller time frame would probably be, let's see, so you can go down to the 4 hour here. You'll see that the 4 hour candle is in the range here. 4 candles in the range here, basically from, what is this, 1936 to like 1916, 1912. That's the range you're in right now. And in order for us to drive up to retest the highs or break out this range here, you're gonna need a closure, right? And a closure is in 2 hours, so that's a long time. That's a very long time. Unless you get some volume, I don't really expect us to break out this range until the 9 a.m. candle, right? Unless you get some type of volume at like 7 to 8, which is possible, right? You have New York open for a reason, but I'm not gonna lie, chat, it's looking a little like a later move today, but I could be wrong. I mean, hopefully I am wrong. I don't want to be here late. I'd rather get an early move and call it a day, but I mean, we'll see what happens today, right? But looking at the 4 hour candle, look at the 1 hour, it looks like you're in a range here. And yes, the 4 hour candle did close bearish at resistance here, so I would assume this candle here is going to drop down to create support somewhere. Looking left, that could be around like 1920, could be somewhere down here at 1916, 1912. Again, As long as price does not break, I'll say these highs here, price is valid to drive down any given point. So I'm open to sells too, right? But I need a range 2 breakup for sells, obviously. So let's drop down and dive deeper into the information here. You can say pretty straightforward, sells could be below like 1926 here, or sorry, let me just start with buys first. Buys could be above 1935 here. Above 1935, I believe you have clean traffic up until, what is this level right here? 1940, and then you have 1948. So yeah, above 1935, you have range going up, right? You have range going up towards the next resistance, and that next resistance is gonna be up until like I'll say like 1941, 1940, I'll say. So that's the level you're looking at. Above 1941, you'll have more traffic going up, so you can get more buys above there. I would prefer above 41, to be honest, but I mean, we'll see what happens here. Above 36, or yeah, 36 161 ain't bad as well for buys, but above 36 or 41 will be your buy levels today for me. Buys above here, closures will be perfect. And then sells, again, you need a range 2 for sells, right? So right now you don't have a range 2 just yet. This is your, I guess, your range 1 here, this whole entire range in general. And you can say if you form a range 2, wherever that is, let's say it's like down here for now, then yeah, sells would be below there. So as of right now, I don't have a level for range 2. It's just by default down here because you haven't formed the range yet, right? So I'm gonna call it by default. Below like 23 would be my sells, 22, 23, below there. I'll take sells coming down towards next support, and that's gonna take me down towards like 14 and such, right, into these levels here. But if this were to come down, I believe the daily will flip bearish, and you'll see I mean, yeah, you'll see the small time frame sort of just align with that. But yeah, below like 23 for now. You do have a supporter obviously, but this support is a range 1, right? So I probably wouldn't be interested in sells below there. I'd rather take sells once you break below 23. But yeah, chat, that's about it, man. That's today's analysis, right? Pretty straightforward day. Whatever we said just now is whatever I'm waiting for. There will be no in between. I won't be looking for anything else because this is the plan, and now we must stick to the plan, right? Because if we don't, then we'll be all over the place, right? But yeah, pretty straightforward day. Buys above there, sells below 22. Whatever happens in this range, chat, again, whatever happens in this range between 36 and 22, so 1936 and 922 is irrelevant to me. Irrelevant in terms of I don't care what happens in this area, right? Because it's not in my interest. There's no direction in this area. You'll continue to range until you break out of this level, and you'll see it happen during the New York session. But whatever happens in the green and down, I will be interested in sells. Whatever happens in the greens above, I'll be interested in buys. Whatever's in between, like price can literally drive 1,000 pips here for all I know. Don't care, because it ain't my position, right? I'd rather take buys above here, sells below here once you actually have direction in price. So there's that. Again, that could change, but as of right now, 7:06 a.m. You don't have a range 2, so like I can't touch below 26 either, right? But if, let's say later on you do form like a second range here, so let's say this is your range 1 up here, and this is your range, right? I guess that you form another range somewhere down here like this, then okay, maybe, right? Because now you're forming a range 2, okay, then maybe we can take sells below 26 because a range has been formed, and we can take sells once you break below those ranges, right? That wouldn't be too bad. I'll be interested in that, but until you actually have that, there won't be any sells for me below 26 just yet. All right, same with the buys too. Like buys could be possible before 36, but you need a range 2, right? Before 36, you got a range at 33 to 36, so it's like a minor range there, but nothing too major. It's a very tiny range, right? Overall, a better experience would be above 36. But yeah, chat, that's about it, man. That's about it. That's the analysis for the day. And now I guess we just gotta chill and just wait for price to actually play out in our favor. If it plays out. If it does not, then we get no positions for a day, right? Simple as that. Simple as that. The goal isn't to wake up and try to look for a trade, right? The goal is to wake up and stay disciplined, waiting for your next trade. Does that make sense? So like, you shouldn't be hunting for a trade, right? We're not here to hunt for trades. We're here to wait for opportunities to come to us. Again, the market comes in first. We'll come in second. We can't come in first. We can't outplay the market. It's the market that it's way too big for us, right? Pause. But you can't outplay the markets, no matter who you think who you are or what you think you are. You know, you gotta just focus on coming in second place and let them come in first. Your job is just to hop on the train, hop on the bandwagon. Comment fast, come in third. Yo, comment fast already said I let Don come in second. I'll come in third place. I'm like, what? Bro, who made this, by the way? Like, who the fuck? Someone said Wixon was smoke mate, bro. Wixon, I guarantee, man, we hop in the ring, he'll be the one running. Like, who looks more scared here, me or Wix? Definitely Wix, man. Yo, by the way, world record, bro. I finished chat the first time since I got the car that I lasted more than 4 days without film, I guess. That's fucking crazy. I thought yesterday I was gonna fill it, but I didn't. This morning though, when I drove back, it said like low on fuel, so I gotta fill it, but it's a record. You gotta watch out for those white guys with dreads. What does that even mean? Fuck. Turn out the hospital, can't hang out for long. Trade safe. Hey man. Hope all is good, man. Hope you're doing well. How many years have you been training for? I think it's like 4 years now. 3 years since I started streaming and 4 years in overall. Trace taken. Let me remove that. My fault. Who's winning a fight? A guy with glasses or a guy with beard? Chat, who's gonna win that fight? The beard? Nah, definitely the glasses, bro. You don't know what they have up their sleeves, man. How was the ball, dude? Rapid GJ? You guys ready? You guys want a rapid GJ analysis? You guys been falling in love with the rapid GJ analysis. Might go back to trading GJ at this point. I'll do in a bit. You had a 1 hour closure on GJ, right? What did it do? Or on gold, sorry. What did it do? Bearish? Yeah. Yeah, chat, this might be a super boring day today, or it might be very eventful, because you could get volume before 8, but it could be a very boring day today. It could be a day where we just kind of sit around and just do nothing. But that's trading. I mean, not every day's a trading day, right? Last time somebody knocked my glasses off, I punched a 300-pound man and took him down. Damn, KK, that's crazy. Yeah, aren't you a security guard? Hey, weren't you trained for that? Yo, where's Wix? How was Wix stream last night, chat? Wait, what did he do? Let's see. Wix 9. Oops. Dang, Wix 9. Just range, right? I mean, there were some buys like late session. I'm not sure if he took trades or not. Call it a stream. Ah, oh, damn! Just when the move was about to happen.
If you guys want to dance, you can dance. If you want to pop and lock, if you want to break dance, if you want to twerk, hop on your computer table and start twerking. But it didn't happen.
Wait, what?
Unless there's pictures.
I go on this guy's stream. The first thing he talks about is twerking. That's crazy.
Go. If you guys want to dance, you can dance. If you want to pop and lock, you want to break dance, if you want to twerk, hop on your computer table and start twerking. But it didn't happen unless there's pictures. So drop pictures in our devious Discord.
That's crazy. Well, Carlo, it's called a buy above closure 23, and exactly what happened. Yo, so chat, I guarantee you later on when he comes to the streams, he's gonna be talking about how he called the gold buys last night during Asian. Watch. Who wants to take bets? He's gonna be like, yo, we called this entire move yet last night in that exact tone. We called this entire move last night. If you go to my stream at like 9:26, we broke it down. Yeah, so basically we drew, and then he started drawing his candles out that looks like, you know. What up, Francis? What's going on? That's exactly what he'll say, I guarantee you. Look at GJ. All right, sure, GJ, rapid analysis. I'll do a quick one because I'm not touching GJ at the moment, right? But I'll break it down for you, sure. You have like 9 hours left in the weekly, right? Obviously, the weekly right now is flipping bullish. Again, any given point, this thing could flip due to the fact that it's still above resistance. Even though the weekly is heavily bearish right now, or it was heavily bearish, any given point could flip due to the fact that it's heavily bullish though, with the monthly. Right, monthly is still bullish. Monthly starting to flip bullish. The weekly could close respecting the support, and next week can look to drive up. So if you're anticipating that to happen, the daily today is bullish as well. You close bullish back into the range here. You had a strong support right around here. Price closed bullish at these areas here. So last time price closed bullish here, price is able to make its way back up into the range. Looking left, your next resistance is going to be around here. That's roughly where you're targeting for a day, 164, 163, minimum 163-ish levels, right? So there's that. Buys would probably be above, I mean, buys on for GJ will probably be above here. I'll say above this resistance to the left there, above 162, 283. You get a closure above there, you should be good to drive up towards next resistance here, and that should take you up towards like the next level, which is around 163, 177, or even like 164-ish levels. But anywhere in those zones would be ideal for buys. All right, that's my quick analysis on GJ. Just wait for closures above 162. You can look to drive up, because in this range it's gonna be very tough to trade, because at any given point we can just drive back down and create the rebound wick, because the daily candle hasn't really flipped yet today, and since it haven't flipped yet, it can come down for all we know all the way down towards here, not break the lows and still flip bullish, right? So any given point that could happen. So you would just I'd rather wait for it to actually flip and break the daily highs, and then wait for a closure about 162, 380, right? So a flip on a daily plus a natural closure would be a better confirmation for price to drive up. Otherwise, you're just assuming that this is a bottom wick, right? And you don't want to assume, you don't want to predict and guess. You want to actually see and follow, right? Yeah, that's GJ. You Asian? Nah, I don't do Asian session. Nah, I used to trade Asian, but I've been chilling this year. Like this year, I've been taking things very lightly. I've just been trading New York session, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, chat. It's been going pretty well. So like I'm not forcing myself to trade certain sessions. If I happen to do so, then I happen to do so, right? But I'm not gonna force myself to stay up for London or Asian. If it happens, it happens, right? Otherwise, like we've been chilling, like we've been doing completely fine in the sales channel, and or you know, trading myself. Like I've been doing completely fine, just trading one session. So my bad, Marcel. What's your question? The target for buys, isn't there a big resistance at 937.44, as this is exactly the monthly close from March and April? So if you enter at 936, that might too tight. Target for buys, what did I say target was? So we might get some volume here. Is that big resistance at 37? Yeah, but the daily has clean traffic to go up towards 47. Looking left here. We're breaking back into this range here. This range should get filled as you're breaking back into it, right? So I would assume that this is the daily target, and all you're doing is looking at the small time frame to assume that price is going to drive up. Yeah, there was a resistance there, but when was there a resistance there? Back here, back here, back here. Price cleared all that range here up here already. So now we're just mirroring that traffic to the left. This is irrelevant data. It's all about this counter here that you're looking at, right? And like the overall range we're breaking back into in general. Yeah, we're breaking the highs. There's some volume here, some okay volume, not too crazy, but yeah, the 4 candle also here is breaking the highs too. Yeah, you can continue to pop, but I just need a closure above 36, right chat? Above 36, and we'll have a stop wherever after. We'll determine that afterwards once it actually closes. What coffee are you drinking? Nah, I'm drinking just iced coffee. I try to rotate, can't even speak, rotate between iced coffee and regular coffee. Really slow month. Hey man, I don't know what you mean by a slow month, man. This is like the biggest monthly candle you've had since like, is it bigger than this candle? I don't think it's bigger than this candle, but it's not that slow. Like this is the monthly candle, right? It was bigger than last month, or about the same size as the month before, bigger than the month before, bigger than the month before. It's a pretty decent, like, you know, like the average month candle is probably like something like this. This is like the average monthly candle, I'll say. And you're getting something like this. This is like double the average, so. All right, let's look at all the monthly candles. You'll see it. You don't often get those big candles like that. I don't think it's been slow at all. In terms of trades, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, plenty of opportunities this month. I mean, I had like I have a slow month, but I've been chilling. Like I haven't really been forcing trades. But still, it's been slow, but it hasn't been like slow to a point where it's below average. Like my average months are like 5 or 10%, and this month I'm up, I think 6%, something like that. That's I'm on pace to hit like 10 this month probably, but that's average. Like that's a slower month than usual than the past couple of months, obviously, but it hasn't been like below average, right? If I'm like at 1% or something, then yeah, but it's been going all right. Like last month we did like, or I did, or we did. Last month we did this, right? So I think this is like a 50% month, something like that, 50% month, right? But then this month I'm only up like 10%. So I'm not gonna sit here and chase what I did last month, right? Because last month's opportunities were way different from this month's opportunities. So yeah. Like I'm not gonna use last month's results to determine this month's goal. You know what I mean? Because they're trading different markets every month. each month is different depending on the volume you have. Perfect sells. Yeah, sells to GG for me, chat, would probably be below like sells for me would probably be below like 159. I'll be interested in sells below there. Wouldn't be interested in this. This is more than likely gonna be a range one fake out. As you're gonna be breaking back into the range for a new session probably, but preferably like above 162 for buys and then below 159 for sells. I wouldn't touch 161 to 159. There's just no direction in that area, and you're gonna see it form at 8. Like come back at 8 and you'll see discount close obviously, and that closure will determine where price will be headed for the next like couple sessions. But yeah, like preferably I'll want to avoid between 161 to 159 and touch buys above there. This is look if you look at the 1 hour time frame, look at the daily, look at the weekly, high chance it could be a range one fake out, right? Any given point. Yeah, GG can move here, man. GG is pushing here. What's that? Or not gold, sorry, not GG, gold. Gold could definitely push here as it's closing above the range here in about 4 minutes here. 4 minutes for a closure. You got some volume, so unexpected volume here early in the session, but I'll take it. What time is it? 7:35, 25. So in about 5 minutes, you have a 30-minute close as well. You can just anticipate the next count to drive once you close above. It won't be too bad. Last time you closed above, what did price do? Right? Close above, drove up. Close above, drove up. Started to struggle here at like the 39 levels, right? So at that point, you can look to say that's a vantage point you have. Close above, drove up. You know, close back above, drove up. So I mean, above 36, you have pretty clean traffic on a 30-minute time from until 41 to 42. I would assume what would happen here. The same thing would happen here. Let's see what happened looking left further though. Yeah, close above, drove, filled. Yeah, it starts to reject that 44, 43 levels, right? Anywhere in those zones there. So yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Now I want to see something else though before we get a closure. So price is currently 29 levels. What is that? Popped, 41, struggled, 41, continuing up towards 38, came up, popped. I know that's relevant. How far back can I go here? Okay, cool, right here, came up, popped. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it should be able to mirror like 44, 41 before like starting to like struggle or reject that. Yeah, we can get buys in 2 minutes or chat. We get a closure above. The only issue is for me though is stops. Like what's the stop gonna be, right? And the stop is looking like it's gonna be 70 pips. 70 pip stops. A little tough, ain't gonna lie, but yeah, that's the most logical minimum stop you have here. It's a 30-minute low / 1 hour low / 4 hour low. It's all the same stop. It's the most ideal stop you have here. I mean, you could use a flip of the candle too. I mean, that's like 60 pips, which is, you know, a type of difference. Or you can have a stop, manage risk, and lower your lots. Yeah, let's see, chat. In about a minute and a half here, we have a closure. So let's see if we can get a position. You guys thought we weren't going to get a position this early? Not gonna lie, I thought so too, but this is the unexpected volume I was talking about. I'm like, you can get Leary volume right before a New York session, and then that might change the whole perspective of today's analysis, right? And it looks like you have that. What's the target again? 48 for the daily. Top's gonna be the count low. So that's if you get a closure. You need a closure above 36.46, chat. $30 seconds. If it doesn't close, then it doesn't close, right? I mean, it's still closing above the 30-minute time frame, but or is it? No, I don't think it is. I think 36 is a 30-minute time frame as well. If it doesn't close, then you're gonna need a 5 range to break above, right? And that won't be until the next 5. So yeah, this count is not closing above. So it looks like we're not getting a position here, or I'm not getting a position here, right? Didn't close above 36.16 or 19. Not really interested in the buys here. Maybe the next candle closure, or maybe the next 5. Like if this is what the 5 is doing here, and the 5 closes bearish here, you're gonna need a 5 to close above the range like this, right? After a bottom wick or after support is being created, and then I'll take 5s then. But I'll probably wait for that, to be honest. I'll probably wait for since the 30-minute candle didn't close above, I'll probably wait for a 5 to come down and create support, and then as it creates support and it re-breaks and closes above 36, I'll take buys above 36. So I'm gonna need a bottom wick though. Probably anywhere in this zone here or anywhere in this zone would be preferred. Once you tap those levels there, we can look for buys above 36 once you get a closure above, or if you get a closure above. And these will be the buys, right? But I'm gonna need to see us tap like 33 first before we pop up, or 34. If it doesn't tap those levels and it just closes above, then I won't be interested in buys. I would need, like in terms of probabilities, I would need price to come down and tap those levels before I actually take a position. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It just drives. Not my position, not my business, right? Like 30, you can stay close above most recent. I'm sure some of you guys are in right now off the flip on the 30, right? Because this thing closed above here, but if you look further left, that's where I have my resistance based off of the overall range, not just the most recent resistance range, right? The overall range, you kind of had resistance until like around these levels here. 36.19, right? That's where I have my levels based off of. This over here, 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 right? Those zones is where I had it based off of. Hey, chat, if you guys get in, get in. You know, if this is your position, fuck whatever I say, man. Get in. It's your position at the end of the day, right? But don't get mad at me if I'm not in with you. You know what I mean? Like, don't get upset if I'm not getting in. Or don't say shit like, oh, you missed the move. Because I'm literally telling you guys right now, it is not my move if it drives, right? We didn't get a closure above. We didn't get the bottom wick that I wanted. So if it drives, you can't sit there and say, you can't get mad at yourself, right? And I'm saying that for your perspective as well. Like, let's say for yourself even, like, let's say you're not getting in here because price didn't close above the range for you. You can't get mad later if it does drive and say, I wish I would have caught it. Because now you're playing that shoulda, woulda, coulda situation, right? And you don't want to play that situation. You don't want to be in that cycle, because otherwise you're always going to be chasing a scenario or a trade, right? Every day. You're never gonna be satisfied with your positions. You're always be chasing and foaming over other positions out there, and you don't have a set plan. That's why it is. But when you do have a set plan, there's no such thing as a missed move, because if it ain't your move, it's not your move. You can't go back and say, I wish I should have caught it. All right. When you don't have a plan, all your trades are random, and you're still new to the industry or to the game, then yeah, you know, Missed the move of Megalo. Bro, isn't that a Twitch term? You can't use it on YouTube, no? Again, right now, my stops are just too big. Oh, there you go. Then that's not your trade, Carlo. You're SQC pleb. Oh, damn. Don't worry, I talk just as fast as XQC. I'm the XQC of FOREX. XQC FX. XQC and FOREX would be broke. Bro, where would be gambling? Gamba. What do you say? Gamba. That's what he says. Gamba. Book. I used to watch a lot of SQC back in the days, but I kind of got bored of Twitch. I want to know how to scale up a small account. To scale up a small account, it's pretty straightforward. What would you do if you had a bigger account? Like if you would have a bigger account, what would you do? I can tell you right now, off of your answer, I'll tell you if you're in the right mindset or wrong mindset off the rip. So answer that question. Like if you had a bigger account, what would you do? Who asked that question, by the way, again? It was Zook FX, yeah. Minimize risk? But what would you do on a small account? High risk, right? That was the answer you're basing it off of, then that's the wrong mindset. Because whatever if it's a small account or a big account, you should be treating it the same. Whatever you do in a small account reflects on a big account. You can't just wake up overnight and change your ways, change your habits of trading. Those things will grow naturally with time. So if you focus on a small account or small account, whatever it is to you, if you focus on developing your plan and strategy on a small account, later on when you have a bigger account, it will reflect on the bigger account naturally. You won't need to like force you won't need to change any habits, right? Because you build the habits on a small account already. I hate when traders say like, oh, my account's too small, I can't trade it, I keep blowing accounts, but when I have a big account, I'm gonna start trying. Like, what does that even mean, right? Like, you're gonna start trying once you have a bigger account. Like, you should be trying already with your small account. But numbers don't mean shit in trading, right? Numbers don't mean shit. It's all about percentages. So whenever you guys say like, oh, small account, I can higher my risk, it's not always the case. Like 1% is 1%. If you have a big account, 1% is 1% too. But you gotta start practicing those habits on a small account. Otherwise, you will never get to a point where you have a big account or you won't be able to handle a big account, right? It's like saying, you know, like let's say right now you have like a 10K account, and then later on down the line you trade like a 100K account. Your psychology is gonna be all over the place because you're jumping from a 10K account to a 100K account without any steps in between. Like, you know, like that's why I always recommend. I mean, obviously for me, like I always recommend trade my personal account and not like a funded, because you're slowly growing with time. Like this account went from 100K to, or at one given point 10K to 20K to 30K to 4K. You know, it grows gradually over time, and I adjust and adapt to my psychology. But if I were to jump from like a 100K account to $1 million account, it would be a huge jump, huge gap, and I won't really build anything in between. Yeah, don't focus on how big your account is, how much capital you have in it. Just focus on perfecting your craft first, which is perfecting the strategy, right? That is the focus. But when you look at numbers like that, it'll start to throw you off, because all you're doing really is you're comparing your numbers to someone else's numbers. Like you have, you know, you live a different life or a different life situation than that person. Like there's no need to compare, you know, your results to some guy online who makes 100K off stream. You know what I mean? Like, it's irrelevant. You'll get there eventually. I mean, that's what I said to myself. At one given point, I had a $10 account, I had a $100 account. You know, like I'll eventually get to a 1K account. I got there. Okay, 1K account. Eventually, I'll get to a 10K account. I got there, right? 10K account. Eventually, I'll get to a 50K account. I got there, right? 50K account, get to 100K account. Okay, I got there, right? So I got there by not focusing on the numbers though, but rather just focus on the strategy. And that's what I did over the last couple of years. Like on the streams, you guys will see my growth from there on out, right? That as the strategy evolves, the account evolves as well. Like last year, this account wasn't this big, right? Matter of fact, in December, this account wasn't this big. This is all December, and what did I do in December? My biggest stepping stone was December, because that was when I really went forward with the 5-minute time frame and add that to my strategy, right? And then from there we kind of evolved from there to this account size. But in December, like the account size was at, I think around like 150 or something like that. And all of last year, it was averaging like maybe like 70 to 100. But yeah, I'll get there. Like, you know, like I had no goals or no plan to get to a 500K account. Like I don't have these goals. I don't have these goals to get to 2 million by the end of the year. Like it's irrelevant. It doesn't, you know, really like help you in any shape or way. If anything, all you're doing really is adding like unnecessary pressure to yourself to get to that point. And there's already enough pressure trading FX itself, right? So there's no need to add more pressure or more rules. But yeah, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. You want a 100K account, you'll get there. But focus on the craft first. The result and numbers will come after. The draw? No, I can't forgot last week. This week though. Today I will. Today I will. Probably gonna take out whatever left over of the 500. So let's say today I finish off with this, then yeah, I'll take out 92. Last week I was planning to take out, what was it, 60, 40, 50, right? This week is 92, right? Yeah, 92. So a little bonus from last week by waiting a week. Are you more profit buying or selling gold? It's about the same. Like buys and sells are all here, right? Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. How does it feel to be turning 23? Feels sad, man. Feels sad. Feels bad. Getting old, man. I'm not gonna lie. I started streaming when I was 19, and now I am turning 23. Oh man, getting old, man. You know, it used to be a flex when I was. It used to be a flex when I was saying I was 19. Now it's like I'm 23. It's you know. I mean, obviously I'm not old. Like I don't think old is old until you think you're old, right? But when you're young, it is old to you. But obviously in 10 years from now, I'm gonna be older, obviously. Destroy lonely pain. Yeah, 23 is late. Yeah, how old are you guys, chat? I think the average age here is like 26, 28, 29. 19, no way. 22, 25, 32, there you go. Yeah, you see everyone's like in the mid 20s, 30s. There's like 60-year-olds here too and stuff, but realistically, man, it's not about the age though, right? It's about your mentality at that age. Okay, you're 21. 20 started trading at 17. Damn. Where'd the camera go? Hello, camera? Not this again, chat. Jeez. $36, $36. Where's Wix? He's coming. Just say a big thank you for what you provide and brings this industry down. Wouldn't be here without you. Thanks a lot. No worries, man. Thank you for supporting us over the years. It means a lot to me and the devious community. I love learning from you, Don. You're one of the few people in this industry that have everything in order. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, that's the goal. Provide for the smoky mirror industry. Below 21 is strictly not allowed. Get some dust and air stains of this world first, kids. Battle 21 last year. What are you trying to say? What's wrong with being young? What's that 50k dono yesterday? From who? I want a 50k dono. Shit, you give me 50k, I ain't tripping. We give Wix a 50k dono. $20 from Paul. K, you donate $20. You never gave me $20 ever. Now I'm trolling. Who gave Wix 50k? Damn, who's this? What, yo, chat, what is this? IDR 50k. What currency is that? What's IDR? $3? That's crazy. Man, where's this camera? That's crazy. Hey, man. That's still money, man. People are working hard for their money, and to just to donate it away like that, bro. No chat. That's money. I don't see you guys donating $3. If I made career support, did it? It did. It did. It came down and created a bomb wick, right? So tab, did it create a bomb wick for the previous 15 or 5 there? Yeah, you can say it did. Okay, cool. So now we just need to close above 1936 here. I think at that point you have a 1 hour close too. And also chat, a 1 hour close here is good too, right? Because it's a 1 hour gold candle. It's not a 1 hour it's a 1 hour ADM candle with no news today. So it's not a 1 hour candle with news at 8:30, you know? So you get a closure above, it should be chilling. We'll be in there like swimwear. Yeah, stops at the 4 lows too. It's the same, like roughly the same areas. I believe you break the daily highs to the weekly highs and the monthly highs if you were to have buys above 36. What are my levels? These are my levels today. Right there. Shows how you plot them levels. I did in the morning. When you watch the morning analysis, I always plot the levels up. I don't know why the camera is being weird today, yo. Why is it doing that? Done. I am 78 years. I can't get. That's tough. Yeah, man. That's tough. I don't know what to tell you. The convenience store might got some shit though, you know. 7-Eleven, they got those. You got those tabs. Chat, never trust those tabs from 7-Eleven, man. Brother out here telling us untold secrets in YouTube chat. Hey man, chats for everyone. Being rich at such a young age provokes some issues with friendships and gold diggers. Not really. No, it just depends who you circle yourself around. You know what I mean? Like, no, not really. My friends don't really ask me for things like that. You know, like if your friends do, then you know you can't see the person they are. Like you like, I don't surround myself with like people like that. You know, or people, whoever I make friends with. Usually, I make sure they're not like that, right? Like I know them before. Like I know how they'll be if I were to ever be in that situation. So no. Yo, 499, thanks brother. You gave me so much information within the past week. Thank you. No worries, man. Thanks for tuning to the streams. Yo, chat, if you guys are enjoying the streams, make sure you guys leave a like. Oh shit, the man is here. The man of the hour. Wix 9. You're muted again. Yo, yesterday you were muted on your stream for like an hour yesterday. I came on Wix on stream yesterday and this guy was muted, trying to unmute himself. I was watching him struggle. I was like, damn, that's tough. You know why it is, bro? It's your mixer thing, your sound mixer banana thing. Wait, talk. For your voice is mad deep.
What? Your voice was mad deep, bro. Why is it so deep for?
Remember that one time Wix was talking with a high ass voice for like 2 hours, like 2 minutes straight.
He's like, hello.
And it was a serious question too. A serious question about like I think about something about funny accounts or something. This guy was answering the whole question with that voice sound on. Damn, you bought a new voice of 50K? I heard you got 50K donor yesterday. How you feeling?
Balling.
Yo, 20 SGD. Thank you, brother. What's SGD? Nah, your voice is still the same, man. You sound like Optimus Prime. Only 200 likes? No way we have 200 likes, chat. We have 400 likes. Okay. Chat, if you guys are enjoying the streams, no. If you guys are getting something out of the streams, just drop a like, man.
Yo, you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Damn. Some shit's going on.
We hear you.
Yeah, but like my voice, not even my voice, my sound settings across every app are now like weird. What the fuck is going on?
How was last night?
Rangy.
Hey, rangy or cringy?
Headset mic. Hold on a second. Hey, rangy.
Yo, Zook FX, thanks for tier 1. That name's remind me of a nuke, man. I don't know, give me some nostalgic vibes. Advice for someone who gives into fear? Yeah, I read this book. Shout out to GD in the chat. I read this book called Fearless, chat, last year. You should read that book. It was alright. It wasn't bad. It's a decent book. Go read this book. It's called Fearless by Steve Chandler. I mean, realistically, man, you can read all you want. If you don't apply the information, then it's irrelevant, you know?
Yo, what about right now? Does the mic sound better?
Yeah, it sounds good. You're fine.
Okay.
But yeah, chat, like, you can read all the books you want, right? But if you don't apply the information, then you're reading for no reason. It's like, well, it's like just anything else you do, right? You have to apply the principles from the book. It's like train demo, right? You can trade demo all you want. You go on live, it's a totally different experience. It's real life now with real pain, real psychology. So yeah, you can go and demo all you want, flip all the accounts you want. The moment you go live, now you're asking yourself, well, why is it so different from demo? Why can't I do the same thing on live now? Because live and demo are two completely different things. But part of giving into fear is also because you're not confident yet, and you're not confident because you haven't sample sized or you haven't back tested enough to get to where you want to be. Because when you're confident, right, when you have sample size enough to the point where you're confident, like you won't even be thinking about, like, let's say you get a perfect confirmation for a closure above the range, right? You wouldn't be there like, should I enter this trade? Like, I don't know. Like, I had this friend. Oh man, my camera went out again. I had this friend. We went to the casino like last year, Vancouver, and then
Marcos.
No, it wasn't Marcos. It was 2 years ago, actually, 2 years ago. And then what happened was the fucking dealer gave him a 21, right? Or no, a 20. He had a 20, and the dealer had maybe like I think like a 16 or something. And he goes, the dealer's like, do you want to hit or stay? He goes, I don't know. Bro had a 20. There's only one card you can get that you won't die, like that you'll stay alive on, or at least you beat the dealer, and that's an ace. So the man's like, let me hit it. He hits it, and then next thing he gets an ace. I'm like, bruh, there's no way. But yeah, it's just once you're confident, you don't think of it like that. You don't hesitate. You just kind of know, like, close above the range. Okay, cool, I'm in. Like, it'll be emotion. It won't be emotion. Yeah, he literally went like this. Like, I was watching him, right? It's his first time playing. He got 20, they get 16. He goes, I'm like, bro, why are you making all those sound effects for? Like, what should I do here? I'm like, yo. And I was like, yo, hit it. He goes, let me think. I'm like, what's there to think about? There's only one card you can get, bro.
But maybe he put the dealer on 21. But hold on, was it a big hand? How much was he betting?
Not crazy. I think like 15 bucks, 10 bucks, 20 bucks.
Oh,
Yeah, but like, you know, bro.
that's like you guys with a demo account. That's
Yeah,
you're like,
but-
oh shit, 15, 20 bucks all in.
It was his first time playing.
Push.
But he won.
Yeah.
He made money that night. I think he came out on top that night. Came out with like a couple $100. The whole trip was free for him after. Yeah, who made you see that boxing preview Wix of me and you?
Couldn't stop laughing. Literally, at least they got the faces right. At least they put them on the right body.
Yeah, I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, but I knocked your ass out.
You're
You look like you asking for help in that picture.
You're lucky my third
Help.
leg in that photo.
You crazy? I think the only reason you didn't fall is because you're standing on a third leg. The only reason you leaning forward like that is Don's just look. He's going help and leaning on the third leg.
Bro, where's the camera? Why does he keep doing this?
My third leg's off camera, clapping right now, applauding to my win, to that knockout.
Bro.
Come here, Peg.
I don't know what's up with the camera.
Yeah, your camera is fucking.
It's one of those. I took it out yesterday to take some shots and videos my car for a video, and then I just plug it back in, just turn off randomly.
Sounds like my mic.
Oh, you have a 1 hour
Between your
closure.
camera-
Hey,
We did. Below.
below on a 1 hour? No way, it's below in the 1 hour, is it?
I think it was below my 5-minute resistance.
It is below in the 1 hour. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, below in the 1 hour.
That's
chat.
okay. The hourly still closed bull, so you come down, make a bottom wick, and start coming up again, and
Yes.
breaking the 5-minute highs. You can expect.
Yeah, like I would probably want to see us tap like 33 or something first, then if that's the case for a bottom wick. Because chat, the 1 hour closed below, right? But it doesn't mean the 1 hour can't still go up, right? It closed above most recent, and it has a wick to fill, has range going up. But for me to actually take buys, I'm gonna need a bottom wick coming towards like 933 first, and then a 5 closure above. We prefer.
Same as yesterday where we had, right? Like the 4 hour closed. I mean, the hourly closed with no top wick. That doesn't mean it can't drive up. It's just the probability. Same thing here. If you respect the resistance, and it doesn't mean it can't come up and break it. It's just the probability has gone down. So you got to wait for that probability to come up above 70%. That's when you wait for that closure above again after a bottom wick. You don't want to hover around with your trade rate, success rate at around, 50, 60%.
You want 85 plus?
Yeah, you want around 80% for your win rate. That's when you'll stop asking about RR. When you just get a little more patient. I traded in patience for the double R.
Bro, I saw that car you were talking about yesterday. I saw the Rolls Royce Chrysler. Bro, I swear that was the first time I've seen the car in years. I thought people stopped doing that. It was all black.
You don't notice it until you're like, oh shit, start paying attention for it, and then
What's it called?
People have it still.
Bro, Chrysler 300.
300C, I think. Dude, it should look like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up. That Cat Williams shit. And then you're like, I can't even be on this block.
Yeah, it was this. It was like one of these.
If I see you in that shit, I'm scratching your car. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I fake it till you make it, man. Yeah, I fake it till you make it.
Some of them really did nice jobs, right? Some of them really looked nice.
Yeah.
But That's only until a phantom pull up. You can't have that shit in Florida. You can have that shit in the hood. But you can't have that shit in Miami. A Nissan Altima trying to be GTR. Yeah, but it's a Nissan trying to be a Nissan. It's a Chrysler trying to be a Rolls Royce. Yo, Don's gone again.
I know. Trying to fix this shit, but
Hiding. Let's play hide and go seek. Everybody look for Don. Yo, we're gonna get this closure above, and honestly, I'd rather deal with no mic than no camera. Actually, no, I'd rather deal with you.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'd rather do I'd rather do with no camera, no mic.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You got it good. I should have done that. I should have been like, oh, my camera went out, and just turn it off and just sit there.
I can turn it on now. I don't know. I'll use our setting for now, chat, but this isn't the original setting.
Blurrier than Bigfoot. Damn. Oh.
Pink Panther's car.
Yay, K. Carlo in the house. Look, we're getting the band back together.
Yo, $5 K. Thanks for the 5, man. I know you made I know you made some money during London or Asian last night. I know. Everyday K story, 10 pips, 30 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips.
Mission passed.
10 pips. Mission passed. I guarantee you, I go on my homepage. You go on K story here. Guarantee you it's gonna be 10 pips. Look,
Mission
10
passed.
pips. Oh, only 10 pips today, K.
Nice.
That's it. Stop. That's it.
Yo, when you getting Drake on stream, is he coming on or what?
Jersey Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, 50. $50 from the K. Thanks for the, yo, K. You know
Oh shit, get it? That's 50K.
That's 50K. 50 from K. That's 50K.
Damn, dog. I got 50K yesterday, but it wasn't that much.
You know I was kidding, K. You don't got.
I'd rather get 50K from K. I'd rather get 50K.
Yo, Dill, thanks for the 5. Just to spite K, and then K said, fuck it. Oh, shit. Who's gonna get 51?
Damn, you got 50K. I got 50K. Shit.
We all got 50K.
Take me out. Take me out.
I think my 50K though is worth more than your 50K. Because 50 from K.
Yeah, but I had a 20K. I had a 20K plus a 20K from somewhere else plus a 50K. That's one department where I think I'm outdoing Don.
499 the menace. Sorry, content first on IG, bro. How do you handle emotions when it comes to trading? Yo, thanks for the 49. Yo, you guys don't gotta donate. You guys know that, right? You guys don't just, ask the question in the chat without donating. I see your message. Just keep asking until I see the message.
499. I see nobody. Oh yeah, the menace.
The menace. How do you handle emotions when it comes to trading? How I handle my emotions? I stay stoic. I don't let my results
we'll fucking ridicule him at this point.
Huh?
I said, we'll fucking ridicule you at this point if you do something that's off. Like, he's been doing the same shit so long and being like this for so long that if he does something off, I'm gonna be like, really, Don? Like, yeah. Really?
I'm gonna get crucified for doing that.
We ain't gonna let him.
Yeah. You guys will know. You guys will know if I'm doing something off for sure. Imagine if I wake up one day, chat, and just be trading, some stuff that I wouldn't normally be trading. By the way, you had a 5 closure here, but I need a stupid bottom wick. I need a stupid bottom wick here. I need a stupid bottom wick because the 1 hour didn't close above, right? So I need that extra confirmation for a bottom wick before driving up. And that's what I'm looking at. 33.
If you close at a resistance, typically what's followed by that? A little bit of a range, right?
Yep.
So you might end up ranging, even if you don't pull back, you might create a small range here, and then start breaking up, and then pull back into this range that you're about to create. So your levels for the trade that your next trade might not be even printed yet. So depending on how we range here.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll get a trade today, chat. With the way things look right now, with the volume, you have volume pre-New York, and you have no news to 8:30 here too. So you should be able to get something today.
Right, and this candle doesn't have really that bottom wick that we're looking for. So regardless, even if that range happens, or if we pull back, your levels haven't been created yet. You need to pull back to create some stops,
Range
some
and
levels, logical
level.
levels, some range. Yeah, start breaking our resistance that should form here with after a push, a liquidity grab and a push from a support. So in order for that to happen on this new hourly, you'd need a pullback, and you'd still need new levels to print. So whatever you're looking at, that's not the levels for your trade. Those levels haven't printed yet.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, you do have news today, but not like 9 a.m. 10 a.m. news, not 8:30, right? That's what I meant. Like the hourly candle has no news. Like this is a very important hour. This is the most important hour of the New York session. This and the 9 a.m. candle, and you have no news in between those candles. Then the GJ closed back below, right? But again, any given point could be a range 1. Just be aware. With the 4-hour and a daily, right? Be aware, but I mean, I'm not trading GJ regardless. Yeah, this next 5 just closed above too. This next 5 closed above as well. But again, until we form that bottom wick, right? The 1-hour candle could flip at any given point since it closed below resistance, right? The resistance was marked off of this level right here. This. Yes, at one given point, the 1-hour candle looked like this too. And then guess what happened? It came all the way back down. Why? Because it didn't close above that range there. So, but when you did close above the range, you were able to drive up, right? But you didn't in this case. So that's why I'm a bit cautious, and I prefer to see a bottom wick at 33 before driving up. I'm not unbiased, chat. Trust me. If I'm biased, you'll see on my screen, you'll see me saying I'm in bias, right? I'm just waiting here. Fucking crazy month though, man, chat. Crazy month, crazy week. Like 4 or 5 days of 1 loss. That's insane. In all my years of trading, I've never ever bless you, and I've never came close to that ever. Obviously, it doesn't really matter in the end. The results are what matters. I mean, those are results, but like off stream and on stream, like 1 loss in 4 or 5 days, like that's something that I've never came close to doing. Maybe like 1 week, 2 weeks of all losses, yeah. But 1 month and then an extra like 15, 16 days now, 17 days into like that's insane.
Into the new streak.
Like the last loss we had was, I think, these are more break evens, right? The last loss we had was
the big loss, yeah.
Was this one right here? This 13K loss, right? That was the last loss.
Yeah, but since then, how many trades you had?
Since then, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. But yeah, that's shit that you hear and you're like, yeah, there's no way that guy's captain, right? But this, and also chat, this isn't even my broker. Like, I don't own Blueberry. Like off stream, on stream too. Like I don't know. I'll tell you, it's literally been insane. And like, it was never a goal. Like, it was never a goal to go like, 1 loss in 4 or 5 days. It just kind of sort of happened naturally as we just improved our trading and evolved our trading over time, right? You had 1 loss too, no? Like in the last like 30 days almost, no? Last month, like one loss during Asian session. So
yeah, my October 2021 was undefeated.
2021?
Uh-huh.
I never had an undefeated month ever. I had 1 loss minimum, and that was June.
But I definitely made more within the last month than I made in any month in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, your results change over time naturally. You know, like it grows over time. Apart from the yesterday shit with my girlfriend that you posted on IG, what I post? I posted your girlfriend on IG. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, this. That's tough. Someone help him. Been here all day, left 10 minutes because of my girlfriend. I missed the call. My biggest loss ever? My biggest loss ever was on this account. I think it was like a 20k loss or something. Like one trade. One trade maybe like 16 or something. 16k, which is maybe like 3%, 2%. Yeah, like one trade. I think that was the biggest loss. This one right here on this account ever. 13 for one single trade, and that was like 2.5%. You know, wasn't that crazy? Yeah, we took a loss on 3 and 8. Yeah, that was this one, and that was the only loss in 4 or 5 days. What's bigger, your biggest loss or biggest win? Probably biggest win. December 27 right here, 28, 27, 24, 17, 16. That was on the 27th of December. And when you know what's crazy, chat? That's on video. Somewhere. This is the video.
The 100K.
Yeah. If I ever delete this video's coming out by the way too, chat. It'll be my next video on my YouTube. It's coming out. I'm just trying to find a way to add some voice to it or something, because it's just a plain raw video of like a 5-hour video of no talking, nothing. But I'm gonna see if I'm gonna put it out with commentary. Yo, wait, you have the celery here.
I love celery.
You have the 5 bearish closure at resistance or respecting support after a 15 close above the range. Yeah, man, it's just the 1 hour bond on wick. You just don't have that. But I don't from that. It's 5 closure above the range. Pretty nice.
If we can come down here on this 5 back into the range and then come back up again, I'd move my resistance up.
What happened here? What day is this? 1/24 of January. I had the 1 hour close there. Yeah, no, that's 1 hour close.
If anybody stayed a little bit after Asian, what we drew out played out too. It's been happening. The market's been moving about like an hour later now.
Yeah, chat, I took my bets. We took bets earlier saying that you'll come back here and say that.
Yo, I just looked at it. I haven't looked at it until just now. Like, how did we do yesterday?
Chat, pay up. In the exact same tone. No, yeah, it was a good call. We were watching your stream earlier, and they're like, yeah, Wix called buys about 23.
We never got there. It came like literally, I just looked at the clock. It came maybe within the first half hour, right? Within the first hour.
Yeah.
I got off the charts and I was with my kids. Like they were, I don't know. You know what happened? I walked out into the living room and one was holding the chair, the bar stool, while the second one was on the bar stool in the fucking, in the drawers, trying to steal a little bit of chocolate. So it was like chocolate on the floor, gummy bears on the floor. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's damn near midnight.
Remember that one time you walked out and you walked out to get our food and your girl's already eating food outside and you're like, what are you doing here? No, what are you doing here?
Like, what the fuck?
Y'all eating tacos at 3 a.m. Can you explain why you have GJ in your title when you trade XAU? Oh, it's for clickbait purposes. No, I'm kidding. I do trade GJ. It's just I'm not trading GJ at the moment, but I have it up always. It's for people to come in and trade gold with us, so we can move gold. Ah.
So
No,
you're
it's
just
just
not doing it at the moment.
it's just yeah, I'm just. Oh wow, 5 came down, closed bullish. How big are stops here? How big are stops here in the flip?
Yeah.
Because
Right
you came down, you closed bullish above the range. Man, if it was for the 1 hour candle, chat, we would have been in, I think, on this candle even, like the one at 805, not even this candle, but the one at 805 if the 1 hour came down. These stops are, what's the most logical stop here? It's like roughly what, 1931, 620. You have comics open here too right now. Yeah, it was just the hourly candle. That's why we I wasn't really interested in buys, right? I really wanted to see us tap 33 because that was the 1 hour bond wick most recent support, but I guess not. I guess this thing just drove up without it. But I can't sit here and say, ah shit, I missed the move, you know? Like, it wasn't my move because I was originally not looking for buys until you tap those levels. But yeah, comments open there. Comments open came up and popped, and that's why you had that push towards 41 now. Well, worst case here, we get more buys above 41 anyways, right? Above 41, you have a 30 closure. Above 41, you can take buys going up towards like 48. So you have range going up above there. And you have no news in about like 9 minutes as well, so you should be chilling regardless. You should be chilling, you should be chilling. Let's see. On this. Nice. Did you break the highs? No, you did not. Yes, you have 2 minutes left for a 5 closure. You have, so let's say at this point, right? I guess the hour is irrelevant now because now we kind of popped up already for the range. So if you get a closure above like 41, right? We just take buys off the rip. We don't really need to do a bottom wick or anything like that, because what we were afraid of for the 1 hour candle was that the 1 hour candle could reject due to the fact that it closed below that level at 33 or 35 I had it at. So that's why we didn't take any buys there, because we wanted a range to form below like 34, 35 areas, right? Which didn't form. So that's why we didn't take that. But now that we kind of popped up already and you broke out that range, it's kind of relevant right now. So if you get a closure, any closure above 41, we'll take buys off the rip because you don't really need a bottom wick anymore, right? The 1 hour looks like it's going to continue to drive here, right? Looking left, like you have clean traffic now towards like 44, 48 levels, right? So if you get a 5 closure above, that should be fine off the rip for buys for us. We don't have to worry about we don't gotta worry about that 1 hour bond wick anymore. Buys above here. Yo, you trade yesterday, Wix? After stream or no? Like after Asian or New York?
No.
Not even New York?
Oh. No.
New York was a late move. Like 11, 12 yesterday. It was pretty late.
Yeah, it moved right after though.
Yeah. Na, 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 4 seconds left. Looks like you're not going to close above here, but the next 5 will be also the because looks like you're mirroring this now at this point, chat. Above like 41, you have just clean traffic. You'll be mirroring all this traffic to the left here. Yeah, probably the next 5 then, because this 5 isn't going to close above unless it pushes in 18 seconds here. But it looks like the next 5 at 8:30 will be your 8:30 candle close as well. And with that being said, as long as you close above on 30 above like 41, you should have more room to drive up towards like 48 and 53 and such. And those will be pretty clean buys. But yeah, this 5 opened up just now. You have a wick to fill, right? But again, you might as well wait for the 5/30 closure, because it's also going to be a 30 closure on top of 5 closure. It's not just a 5 closure, not 30, right? So you might as well just wait here. It's clean though. Coming close for positions there. Yeah, we have positions, in case you guys are asking. We have positions like down here for New York, like late New York yesterday in the channel. It was sells basically once this 5 closed. You can kind of see where we entered, right? It was off the 5, off the rip. Once you close back into this area here, my target was like 1910. Or 1913, I think it was. You came down towards like 1915, then you started to reject there. We move our stops and profits, and we just trail stops, and price came up, hit the break even, and then it came down after. But it came down after we made a top wick. But yeah, we got out there. That was the New York trade after the stream. Other than that, the day before that, or the session of yesterday in New York, we just kind of hit break even. The day before that day, got some sells during Asian. So yeah, it's been a pretty slow week. I think this week I'm up like maybe, let's see, this week I think I'm up like 2% or something. Like, yeah, 2%, I'll say. I'm up around 2%.
I'm up like 5 for the month.
Yeah, same, like 6.5, 5.6, 6.5 my height. Where's Jacob? Jacob hit me up yesterday. He's like, yo, I haven't been to the streams, man, but something happened with this funded chat. Ain't the best news, so I'm just gonna not tell you guys.
You getting clapped?
He went to the gym again, man. He went to the gym again.
Oh, he bought another funded?
Nah, he didn't. He said he's done with funding right now. He's gonna go live with $1,000 and just trade 1%. He said, forget funded.
If he just traded 1% on funded, he'd be fine.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. It's
He ain't trading 1%.
I don't know what happened, but he said he lost a decent percentage of his account. I'm sure he's fine, but ain't the news we want to hear, right? We want to hear good news from Jacob. Can you close above here in 2 minutes here for a third closure above the range? Yo, chat, appreciate you guys being here today, by the way. Love you guys. Thanks for showing love every day to the streams. We wouldn't be having this audience if it wasn't for you guys being here, obviously. Some of you guys might be asking right now, like, Don, how are you so okay with like missing moves, right? Or seeing moves play out when you didn't take it due to, you know, whatever reason. You didn't close above a certain area or whatever, like a situation like this. And these moves are what makes me profitable, right? Because in trading, it's not really about catching positions. It's about missing. It's the moves that I don't take that make me profitable, not the moves that I do take that make me profitable, right? Like, yeah, cool. This would have been a cool position to catch, but like long term, would I always take this entry? No, I wouldn't, right? I would never take this entry. 1 hour didn't close above, right? That was the reason. Simple as that. You didn't get closure above on the higher time frame, I wouldn't have taken it. Even if it played out this time, doesn't mean it's gonna change my, you know, overall trade idea for the next time it happens, right? So yeah, it's not really about the moves that you do take that make you profitable. It's about the moves you don't take, the ones you miss out on, the ones you don't really look to avoid. Because yeah, it would have played out this time, but how about next time? Would it play out next time? The time after that time? Those are things you gotta ask yourself, right? Alright, yo, 10 seconds left for a closure. How are we gonna close here? We're gonna close 5, 4, 3, 2, and...
Ooh, money.
You didn't close above 41. You did not close above 41. Do you have a wick fill at least? Let me check real quick. What do you have here? What is this level here that's being closed above? 39. 39, 39, 39. I mean, you get a 5 closure above 41. I'll be willing to take buys above there. But I need a 5 closure first above there.
You don't think this 4 hour is going to start pulling back a little?
It just started to break the highs. I mean, at this point, looking left, you just have clean traffic. If it starts pulling back, I won't take the trade if it's like 45, but if it's like 35, I'm fine with that. We get a closure in 4 minutes here, chat. We'll have a stop below, I don't know, this low probably, below like 37, and then target like 48. You have like a 50 to 60 to 70 pip range going up, depending on where you want to look at it from. But look left on the 4 and daily. It looks like you just have clean traffic pushing up towards like 1950 here now. 1950, 1949 levels, right? So that's your target probably. No, I'm not gonna impulse here if you guys ask me that, right? I'm waiting for a closure, obviously. But yeah, you got a closure above in 4 minutes here. I'll be in there. A 5 closure. Because look at the 1 hour time frame, right? The whole idea was the 1 hour. The 1 hour close below, yeah. But at this point, you're breaking above all these ranges. Look left. It looks like you're just gonna drop up towards like 47, 50 here. With the clean traffic you have to the left hand side, so
Perfect. 100 pip stops. Love it. Love it.
Probably gonna be like a 50 pip stop here if you get a closure. 45, 50. If you pull back, then you can use this one, 37. 37 would be ideal. 37.090.
Yeah.
That would be an
Too
ideal
much.
stop, right? Let's see where it closes here. Just tell this channel, be aware. Close target 50. Cool. Oh my god, you guys are FOMOing. Oh my god, it's pushing. No. I guarantee this is what you guys are doing right now. You're seeing this push, you guys aren't in positions yet, or some of you guys aren't, and then you guys are like, should I buy here? Or should I wait for a closure? You know, you're one button away from making that decision, chat.
Press it twice.
Just wait for your closures, right? What's the worst thing that happen? This thing flies up towards 50, you don't catch a piece of it, so what? Move on to the next day, right? There's no need to FOMO over things that weren't part of your plan. It's a waste of time.
Who wastes? I'll press
1
the
minute
button
and a
for me.
half.
We've had that happen already, so if it happens to somebody else, I don't believe it. Like once,
Dog,
okay.
press the button.
Twice.
Bullish, bullish, bullish. Remember yesterday, probably when we were saying, yeah, gold's in reverse now, man. It's they're trying to starting to flip.
Overbought.
I don't know, overbought. Don't know about that. Looking bullish to me still. All right, looks like we're gonna have to use this stop, chat. 1933 here probably, or sorry, 1939, not 33, 39. Which is like, huh?
Off the rip.
Off the rip? Yeah, it's me off the rip. If you
I
got
love
top,
that thing. Off the rip.
yeah, and then minor break-even point is 48-ish, but I'm gonna need a little top wick here or something. If it closes no top wick or closes way too above the range, then we can't really do much in that situation. And pull back towards 44, that'd be great. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chat. All right, cool. Close above the range. Got on bias here. Market execution off the rip as you close above the 5-minute range. Target is roughly, I mean, stop's gonna be below here probably. 1939. Target probably be somewhere up here, 1952, 1950-ish levels. We'll manage this accordingly, but yeah, that is gonna be the buys that we got into with the closure above the range. As for like break-even point, all that good stuff, I'll say break-even point is probably gonna be, I mean, this is also a closure above here. That's what I was looking at here just now before it closed, but above 44 was the closure I was looking for. Break-even point looking left, chat, is gonna be probably like 48.1110, I'll say. In those areas, that'll be the point where I'll look to move my stops to break even, making it a risk-free trade. But yeah, the stop
What was your entry?
My entry was 45.68.
Ooh.
Yeah.
45.77.
Damn, you got a better entry than me.
Nah, you got a better entry. You got one pip better. Spread. Definitely the spread.
1 pip better.
When you go break even, I'm gonna go 1 pip and draw down. On purpose.
Let's see. Let me add this stop in because let me forget. 1939.064. TP 1953. Yeah. So this risker, chat, I think it's below. Let me move it below here. This risker is below, I think, what's this? 2%? 2% risk. 489. No. What was this? 13,380. 380 divided by 489,619. Yeah, like 2.5% risk. Yeah, pretty straightforward trade. I mean, 5 closure above the range. That's what I'll base off of. That's what I'll put it as on the spreadsheet. Chat. In case you guys are wondering what the trade is based out of. It's the 1 hour / the 5 closure above the range, right? That's about it.
This is 3% for me. 3.5.
Yeah, it's the most logical stop you had, right? It's gonna be below 39. You break below 39. I mean, the 15 flips at that point, and you may just look to come back down to sort of make a mono wick and such, right? But yeah, that's a stop, 39. As long as you respect 39, you should be good to drive up. In terms of like managing risk, probably wait for the hourly candle, to be honest. Like the hourly candle or the, I'll say 30-minute candle / hour, because that is the next closure. If the 30-minute candle were to close bearish here in about 21 minutes, then at that point, we'll look to manage risk. Right, the hourly won't really make sense because our stop is in the middle of the 1 hour candle, right? So if it were to flip bearish, it's a stop already. It'll stop us already. But yeah, 30-minute candle closes bearish here below like 40, then yeah, we'll manage risk in about an hour. or in about 20 minutes. In terms of like adding a position, in terms of adding a position, I'll say you're gonna need support to form first or something. Like you're gonna need something like this to form, right? Like a support to be created. And then if that were to form, then cool. I'll wait for a closure above, you know, 45 levels to drive and then re-enter a position there. But until that actually forms, can't really add a position or anything just yet. Flip on the 5-0. There's that. And this right here.
Or
three.
did you buy? Yes, we buy. Did you buy? Buy the high?
Yes, there's
No, we just buy.
breakout flip 5. Yeah, this trade, chat, this trade, it's gonna be basically the breakout flip on the 5, right, on gold. So off our stats over the last 2 years, this shows that what was it, 5 minute, so 79% on the 5 with 35 trades taken. The flip, 47 trades taken, around 78% win rate. Breakout, 205 trades taken with 75% win rate. So I mean, pretty high percentage winning trade, obviously, right? It's just a matter of whatever happens here in this situation here. We know how much we're losing, right? We know how much we're gaining. We know what the plan is in terms of risk manager in a winning situation versus a losing situation. Again, chat, just because we had one loss in the last 4 or 5 days doesn't mean, you know, every trade will be a win. Like I said, for every trade, could be a losing situation, could be a winning situation. There's only 2 outcomes, right? But that outcome won't change our next trade that we take. Make sense? Yeah, 5 closed bearish here, right? But we're looking to see how the 30-minute / 1 hour closes to see how we manage risk. If let's say we're in draw, obviously, like we don't want to be in draw by the time 1 hour closes, but let's say the 1 hour closes here and the 1 hour closes above this range here, above like 1941. If the next 1 hour candle crosses the bottom wick and then reflips bullish, we can look to re-enter in our position there and say it's off of the hourly time frame, right? Because you have like 18 minutes left for an hourly. I mean, obviously you want to be in profit by the time the hourly closes, but like let's say the 1 hour just closes above like 41, then yeah, at 9 a.m. we can look to add in our position off the 4 hour / the 1 hour close and take the bias going up to fill a target at the 1952 levels for a pineapple. That'll be the most logical area where we can look for buys at, and like by the time that forms, we'll get a structure, right? Obviously that's only if it forms. Like this thing is just drive down for right now, right? This thing is just drive down, flip before the hourly actually closes and we get stopped out. But in terms of like if that situation were to form, then that's how we'll look to manage risk. Where's the break-even point again, chat? 1848. No, 48. Cool.
Don't
Again,
chat.
yeah, you're in drawdown, but like, what's the worst thing that can happen? It stops. Just like every trade, right? We take it's
you're still ahead. There's no probability wise. You know, when you start coming up here, retesting the highs. Gold does. It'll create a high. It'll create a support. Retest the high before the market just switches direction, right? So probability wise, you're still ahead until you see a switch of direction. That's only going to happen with these higher time frame bearish closures and That's so you have another 15 minutes for that, and it's only going to happen if you have lows, previous lows broken on the higher time frame. None of that has happened yet. Why panic if it hasn't happened yet? Right? You're still ahead probability wise. You should be happy that you're in the position that you were planning on, right? Regardless of where it is, you took your position. So now this is like, you didn't miss it, right? You didn't miss what you were waiting for. You're in it. This is what happens, right? Drawdown is part of the game. You don't always go straight to TP, but you just have to realize you're still ahead. Regardless of where you're sitting money-wise right now, as long as your emotions are in check, right? You're in control of the trade, you're winning. As soon as you start being an impulsive, an impulsive fuck, then the market has taken control of your emotions. The market has won. The market's making you do something to your position that logic wouldn't.
Like I guarantee you guys, like some of you guys in the chat, once you're down here, you guys are panicking, but now you're flipping, you guys have hope. And like that, if you're feeling like that, it's not the right way to trade. All right, like your emotions right now should be the same whether price is down here in drawdown or right here or near the break-even point. If it goes in profit, same shit. Like you shouldn't really be, your emotions shouldn't be changing on what the market prints, right? Because like I said, there's only two outcomes here: a winning situation or a losing situation. But you shouldn't be getting excited as you come back into the break-even, or getting dwelling as it comes deeper into drawdown. Like it doesn't really affect the trade in any way, shape, or form. Like you will take another loss, you will take another win, right? So don't be surprised if things like if those outcomes do happen. Like it won't be your last loss, won't be your last win, it won't be your last break even, whatever happens in this trade here.
And if you sit here for 2 hours in this trade and hit break even, guess what? There's another trade coming up. You can close this trade out. If the higher time frames close against you, it close bearish, and you need to manage risk, it's okay. You can close it out before hitting full stops because another trade's coming. It's another trade coming.
You do have the 5 here, bullish. I'm not sure if it closes back into the range or. Let's see.
Well, it should retest the highs here the way it closed. It should at least retest the highs it just made at the top of the wick. So you guys should still have a chance to go break even if you don't trust the position. Like when it comes back to your, but if you took the position and you knew why you took it and you know what your levels are and how you're going to manage risk, then I don't think that would be the most ideal play here. Go break it up, but each their own.
15 close bullish.
If this wasn't the last 15 or the 4 hour at that 5 closure, I would have taken another buy.
Yeah. Well, we'll manage risks if in 15 minutes for chat, depending on how the 15/1 hour closes. Well, if it lasted that long, could it stop beforehand or could come up in profit beforehand? We'll see. But the point here is just having a plan, right? The plan is to manage risk on the 30/1 hour, and the plan is to also manage risk if it comes up towards 48.034, right? So when those things form, you know what you're doing. You won't be hesitating. You'll know, okay, price tap this level, that's break even here. Price close below here. Okay, I'm gonna close here. Like you should be planning these things before those situations happen. That's all you can do. Just manage risk.
Your panties up, chat. Those ain't mine.
Is news in 13? No, news is at 10. Yo, you guys have day savings this weekend, so we can stop. Everyone's on the same time by this week, I think, or is it next week? Is it next week? Some of you guys have day savings next week, right? Or is it this week? Oh, it's on the 25th. Never mind. Yeah, news at 10. Not news in an hour and 10 minutes, not in 10 minutes, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, no, you have minor news here. It's relevant. You have this. This is 10 a.m. This is a big folder. That's what you got to worry about. This, debatable. Debatable. The onion funyun. What was my entry again? 26. Some volume.
Turn it up.
The ones that were dwelling don't deserve to be celebrating. Don't deserve to be feeling calm right now. You should still be dwelling. Because what if, man?
What if?
What if this were to happen? How would you feel? How would you feel? Very emotionally unstable. What's your TP? I have 53. 53. What up, calm? Who the hell is... Bro, your Govy name is on.
Yo.
Yo, that's crazy. I'm gonna not expose it though. I'm gonna put it back up. Let me know when you're ready. I'm like, who the hell? This ain't no comment effect. This is Zoe. Bro, dipped from the scene. That troll got trolled. That's crazy. The troll got trolled. You know, and it's funny because I never asked Colin what his real name was.
Not for nothing. I like that better.
What up, Calm?
What's up, chat? What's up, gang?
What's going on, man?
Just, you mean what's going down or what's going on?
What's going up?
Gold about to go up, baby. Relax, chat. Relax, relax.
Relax, chat. This will hit stop loss. Relax. This will hit take profit. Relax. This will hit break even. Relax. It's only 3 outcomes. Won't be nothing surprising. If you were surprised, then you shouldn't be trading. Pardon?
You guys got break even, stop loss, or TP? It's either one of the three.
Exactly. There's only 3 outcomes here, chat. So why would you be surprised? You shouldn't be surprised with your wins because it won't be your last win, right? You shouldn't be celebrating because it won't be your last win. Won't be your last loss. Won't be your last break even. These things will happen again. But no matter what happens, taking the same trade again tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after that day. And the day after that day. You feel me? You have about 7 minutes left for a 1 hour close here. /4 hour close. As long as the 4 count and the 1 hour close above. I mean, technically for the 1 hour time frame. As long as you close above like 40 for the 1 hour, it should be good. But last time the 1 hour closed above, 40 just drove up towards like 48/50. I would assume the same to happen today, but that's in about 6 minutes here. So we'll see where the 1 hour closes by then. What's the trade based off of? 1 hour / 5, I'll say. Yeah, 1 hour / 5. We might be able to get, or maybe we might be able to get some positions, some second positions if the 1 hour closes bullish above the range, and based off the 1 hour time frame instead. Stop loss will hit. Won't be the last time stop loss is gonna hit.
Won't be the first time.
Won't be the first time. Will be the first. Will be the second time though in 46 days.
You won't be the first, and you won't be the last one to say stop loss will hit.
Yeah.
There will be more of you. Abdul Rahman.
And the last time.
Emotional.
The last time we had this entry was breakout flip was break even on the 15th. Breakout flip, we caught 40 pips on the same time actually, 8:35 on March 10th. We caught this on stream. 310. So that was around this date. The last time I took this trade chat was on this date. It was, I think, NFP. Yeah, not last Friday actually. Last Friday, we took the exact same trade last Friday on NFP at 8:35.
NFP?
Yeah, right here. Same exact trade. Literally the same exact trade on last Friday, right? Yeah. Obviously, last Friday had no drawdown, right? But it's not always the case, sir. Yeah, that was it. Cause look, gold buys, breakout flip. Same thing happened here. Gold buys, breakout flip. 5, right? Same exact trade here. Same exact trade down here. That's it. It's a closure above the range. Three minutes left for a 4 hour / 1 hour close. Looks like it should be respected. Looking solid.
Yeah, a lot of solidity.
Man. Chat, why are you guys so emotional for, man? The same ones that be spamming W's. Why won't you look at DXY? I never did. Because we see where the dollar will go based off gold anyways. We never watch DXY. So why would we just watch it now? Just because we're in drawdown doesn't make any sense. It's like
Late entry.
when drawdown happens, people just start to question things, start to suggest like, maybe we should do this instead, do that instead, or whenever a loss happens. And again, I repeat it all the time.
Elevate.
And it's like you guys don't listen. It's like no matter what happens after a win, a loss, or a break even, we're doing the exact same thing next time. It doesn't affect the next trade. It doesn't affect
That is doomed.
our strategy, our nothing. It doesn't affect anything. It's just another trade, man. Like, it's just another trade. That's all that is. Just another day in the markets trading. This result won't make or break you as a trader. It won't make you a millionaire. It won't change your life. It won't change anything. It's just another trade that you're taking.
This hourly close.
Just like yesterday's trade, the day before that,
4 hour close, no top wick. I might close the trade though.
Yes, 4 hours no top wick. We'll be in profit. Break even. I'll probably move stocks break even if that's the case. To be honest, entry super late. That's not the last time I heard that. I've been hearing that for my whole entire life since I first started streaming, man. Every day. These are things that we hear every day. This right here.
But Don, why are you buying at the
what,
top?
Like,
what
look,
you guys,
this.
here's the thing. What you guys
this,
see as super late, what you guys see as super late, we just see it as less risk, right? We see it as winning more often, a higher win rate. You guys will get a bigger win, but you'll also lose more often.
It's the same comments. This once you're in drawdown or once it's a losing situation, and it's because chat. It's I don't know why it's so hard for you guys just to stay stoic and remain calm. And I know a part of that might be because some of you guys be entering the trades like just blindly. Like you guys enter the trade blindly without any type of like you're not doing any type of like you're not doing anything from your end. You can't just hopping on because I'm hopping on, and you guys might not understand trades. You guys make these comments. I get that, right? But when you know how things are going and what we're kind of doing, you want to be asking these questions or saying these things because you've seen this happen in the past. Like we've been streaming for 2.5 years. We're taking this entry like on stream here, like 205 times on this stream in the last 1.5 years with data. Like it shouldn't be a surprise what happens here. But look, 1 hour close above. I mean 4 hour close.
Yeah, wick.
Still
Nice.
in. I mean nothing changes here, right? The only thing we gotta do is
Down,
survive the bottom
drive
wick. If you survive the bottom wick, we flip bullish. I believe the 4 account should likely fill the range and drive up. Looking left, last time you closed above, 41, you were able to drive up towards like 49, 48 minimum. So I'm expecting the same to happen here. Looking to fill target obviously at 42, but we'll manage risk accordingly, right? As we drive, or if we drive. A 1 hour candle closed above 2. Last time the 1 hour closed above, it drew up towards those levels as well. So 48, yeah, it's a pretty strong minor level. We can take advantage of. And look, now we're back into the break-even point. Chat's like, oh yes. Again, chat, don't celebrate here, man. They can
This
just.
your chance.
If you don't like the trade, get out, right? Again. Don't celebrate though, because this thing can flip and
Gotta
come
re-break
back
the
into
highs, yeah.
drawdown.
Need to re-break the highs.
I'm still in. I haven't closed, haven't done anything yet, right? Yes, oh my god, yes, it's back in profits. Discount for bearish. Fuck, man.
Damn it, I knew I should have closed.
I knew I should have closed. Like, damn it.
Then you close right here and draw down. And then it drives up 100 pips. Damn it, I knew I should have stayed up. And then you enter 50 pips later.
You close 10 pips in profit. And
I mean, I knew I should have held, man. Like, you have 100 pips, man. How? How, bro? I know how chat knows Donald's chat emotion. You know why? Because I've been through the exact situation, bro. Trust me. Like, whatever I'm saying, chat, I've been through it. I've been through the same emotions you guys have been through. I've been through drawdown where I freaked out. I've been through profit where I celebrated. I've been, and I've been through those things so many times. And I just now understand the best way to go about things is just to stay stoic, no matter profits or loss or break even. Remain calm and keep the same energy in every situation of every trade.
You guys forget that Don used to be chat. He used to answer and ask his own questions.
I used to be chat myself. I am chat. These are all fake viewers. I'm kidding.
Oh my god, Don, it's pumping, Don.
Look,
it's
chat.
pumping.
So look, coming up, tapping the break-even point. What I do, move stops break even, move my stops, like 10% profit here, and I just let the rest rock. All right. So again, don't fucking celebrate because you guys are just dwelling on losses. You guys are just crying about drawdown. You don't deserve to celebrate here. Just remain calm, and next trade that comes, do the exact same thing, and just relax and breathe. Because some of you guys are too emotional. And for some reason, your brain is clearer when you're less in drawdown and more in profits. So that's what I'm telling you guys right now. Don't celebrate. You will take another win. You will take another loss. You will have another break even.
You're 10 pips in profit.
I'm 20, but I'm moving my stops 10% profit.
I closed full.
I'm like 20% profit, something like that.
Position. I pineappled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let rock. I'm gonna let runners rock, but there is like, look where it tapped too, rejected at the 48.034 mark on the dot. So it's a minor level, nothing too major, chat, very minor, right? But again, just not a loss in profit, and this is probably the last trade for a day, the only
So
and
this
the
is
last
dope.
trade of the day.
You guys can stop spamming W.
And
It's
now-
already a W. Now it's house money at this point.
The next upcoming comments after the drawdown comments is gonna be, but you
only
risked
took that, bitch.
65 pips for 10 pips. Yes, I did. That's what I did, and that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. It's chat, you know, it's nothing new, nothing new here. It's the same shit we've been doing every day, right? Don't be surprised by the results of whatever happens.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there you go. Stopped on profit. But what I do, call my 10 pips, and it is done. So you were emotional during the trade, some of you guys. And looking back at it, wasn't it a waste of time now? It's a waste of time, right? It's just a waste of energy, a waste of time, because you knew the result. You knew that you can only take profit or you can hit stops. There's no need to dwell on those things when you know how much you're risking in the first place, right? So yeah, just remain calm, chat. Again, if you were emotional, you now learn your lesson to not be emotional, to stay stoic no matter what, because those things will happen again. All right, but yeah, that was a trade, chat. Congratulations if you guys made bread, made money. Me, I'm probably done for a day, to be honest. You know, it's a Friday. Finish off the week of the W, small W, and we'll move on to next week. You know, it's a short day today. No need to stay for another hour on a Friday, right? If you could win on a Friday and you finish up your week clean like that, just call it. Like, there's no need to add more risk on the line. If you want to, you can. It's up to you, right? But again,
if you guys wanna win, come Asian session undefeated Fridays.
oh yes, Asian session is undefeated on Fridays. Yes.
I'm best hosting.
Keep the same energy, chat, right? The same energy you had in drawdown, the same energy you have for dubs. That's the goal that you guys should have. But look at this. New streak continues with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not too bad. I mean, it could drive it, right? But look at that 1 hour time frame. Like, I was looking to mirror this traffic to the left, chat, right? And that's what price can't tap into. So it's just be a bit cautious. But again, you can manage risk however you want to manage risk. However you want to manage risk. But yeah, congrats, chat. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go play some games here. Call it early stream today. It's 9 a.m. on a Friday, right? It's withdrawal day too. So whatever profits I have over 500, I'm gonna withdraw. So probably 94, taking out of this balance today. And then next week I'll come back with 500k account. Cool.
It's that simple.
Yeah. You guys close full at 20? You said?
Yeah. Yo, the gang, you feel me?
Yeah, I think we peaked like what, 25 there. I just trail stocks like 12 pips. Got 10. And look, chat, if it drives up 100 pips here, it doesn't matter. It's not your move anymore. My job was to manage risk accordingly to my plan, and that's all we did. So this thing could drop for 100 pips today. But I'm not gonna sit there and get FOMO or get upset that I didn't hold for longer, right? You can't get upset when you're following your plan. Like, you followed your plan, fuck the plan. Like, it played out in your favor, and that's all you could do. Just follow your plan, risk manage. You can't get mad after you plan on closing at a certain area, right?
Bro, you ever have sausage fingers and your finger accidentally like slips on the sell button when you're like scrolling like left and right on your MT5?
What, man?
I accidentally was scrolling like through my time frames and I slipped up to like change my time frame, but instead of clicking on like the M5 or the M15, it clicked right on the sell button when I was trying to buy in a position earlier.
Nah, I swear that button doesn't move. The buy and sell button doesn't move at the top right? It just stays there.
It doesn't move, but I got fucking backward thumbs, bro. Like them shits got just like slid across.
Bro, it probably wasn't even moving, man. It's probably because you were on some shit. Bro, wasn't Yodi live.
Yo, I did take some shroom chocolates last night, bro.
Nah, that never happened to me. There were times where I actually like click No, that actually never happened to me. I think before maybe I clicked and sell by accident in the past, but
Yeah.
on MT5 now it's yeah, no, it doesn't really happen to me. All right, chat, yo, we're done, so you know I'm not gonna stay here because if I stay here and this thing runs 100 pips, chat is gonna complain. But Don, why no more positions today? Fuck, I'm 1% away from passing the FTMO. What I do?
Fine.
Fuck it, I risk 1% today, man. Yeah, I risk it. I'll risk it for the biscuit.
Come back next week. Wait for a solid setup.
Wait for
You
a
guys are up,
closure. Bottom way. Get in. See some drawdown. Dwell. See some profits. Celebrate. You know, same shit next week. I'll see you guys there.
Don't ruin your Friday, bro. You guys had a good day today.
Yeah.
Go enjoy your day. Go touch some grass.
The goal today, man, if you guys learned the lesson today was just to remain calm through drawdown and through profit, and that's it. Like Wick says all the time, man, you're still ahead. You're still ahead, right? You're still ahead until your stops get hit.
Oh wait, who said that? Straight to stop loss.
Oh yeah,
Who said-
bro, this gonna hit stop loss. You better get out. You sold the top. You bought the top. Nothing new, man. Nothing new.
Oh, it was
Buying at the
Abdul
highs.
Rahman. Or something like that.
Bro's in
Nothing new.
drawdown.
Remember that? I remembered it.
The chat, love you guys though. Appreciate you being here today. If you guys enjoyed the streams, leave a like, sub to the channel. Look at these bandwagons, man. From 2.6k, 2.4k, all the way down to 1.8k. Where'd you guys go? That's like 700 of you guys just leaving without 1,000 likes. That
Already did, Green. Already did. How do you say?
yeah, have a good day though, chat. Love you guys. If you guys still trading for a day, make sure you guys use a stop loss for protection, you know, all that good stuff. But Wick's not streaming tonight. He'll be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. We'll all be back on Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. So I'll catch you guys there. I think Monday is a bank holiday, so be aware. A yen holiday for the yen, right? I'll still be streaming. It doesn't affect us. We only trade gold. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later, man. Take it easy. Love you guys. Alright, what's next there? Trade.
Space. No,
Yeah,
he's not there. Shit.
the E has to either be
EA something.
Easy.
Right.
EA
like-
Sports.
EA Sports.
We in the game.
Like P.
It's in the
In the
game.
game.
EA Sports.
It's in the game. It's in the game.
Leash.
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 Market maker, is that you?
Unleash the beast. Unleash the beast. Unleash the beast.
Unleash the Kraken.
The leash.
Who summoned me?
EAXEAO. Nah, it has to be L something, right? LE again or something? No.
Yes, sir.
LY? LP. The L can't go second last, can it?
Yes, he can.
Yeah, deal. No, it can't be deal.
L what though? LY? Dilly Helly.
Early? No, it's not early.
Wheelie.
It's not wheelie.
That's not how I spell wheelie.
No, I know. What? Wealth? No, no, it can't be wealth. I don't even know if it starts with a W.
Let's not put words together. You guys let me know when you guys think of a real word. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Super
You know,
Smash Bros.
You know what I'm saying? Melee. That's how you spell melee. It's M-E-L-L-E-E. Context though.
Bro,
Trade.
said it's Friday.
Melee.
Nice. Action. Gold. Buys. Oh,
Ooh,
gold.
gold.
Silver.
Ooh.
Bronze.
Wedding.
Metal.
Ring.
Ring. Charm.
Wedding.
Bracelet.
Diamond.
Necklace.
Icebox. That's a word?
Bracelet.
Leprechaun.
Necklace.
Bracelet.
Hey, St. Patrick's Day. Leprechaun.
Wait, charm.
Happy St. Patrick's
gold.
Day to you guys.
Happy St. Pats. St. Pats.
Um,
Yeah, I know you're on party today.
Oh yeah, you know me. I'm gonna fucking wear the slime suit today, boys. Yo, if you're not wearing green, you're getting pinched, chat. I see you, Wix. See?
My lights
you know
green.
what? This is by chance. This isn't planned out. I didn't even know.
I know, me too, bro.
Metal. No, metal.
It's
Plate.
so hard to make the metal detector go off.
Gift.
Gift. Ring.
No, it has to be like
Bracelet.
surprise. You had all those. Engagement. Wedding.
Present.
Present. Shine
Gold.
bright like a
Gift.
diamond.
Gold. Charm. Do we have birthday? Treasure. You're a fucking
Naughty,
treasure.
naughty.
Naughty, naughty.
Don's a Forex industry treasure.
Yes, sir. If you guys hop on the stream, just know not everyone is not like this guy in the industry.
Yo,
You guys stumbled across a good one.
how come yesterday you posted you're in third place? You
I told you, bro.
see when you
Let
posted
Don
Mix?
come in second.
Oh.
He's like, ending the day, 10K day, no emotions. Win or lose, observe and learn. Ending the day with 4-hour break of the lows. I'm just here to come in third place. I'll let Donvo come in second. Yo, who's trying to come in fourth?
Jacob.
Jay, we're going for the first place.
What happened with Karen? He left us
Jacob trying
hanging for
to
the
trade
sleeper?
with the banks.
Karen wasn't here today.
Ooh,
I don't think he was ever here today. Dear
Lear.
love,
Lear.
Lear. This might be a long one, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Lore. Leor.
How do you get dove? How do you get dove from D?
Oh, you could do a leaf and loaf. Wait, what? Oh, if you do leer and then leaf and loaf. Right?
You're fucked.
We're not fucked yet. Hold on.
We're fucked. I think it's dove or some shit, no?
Doesn't necessarily have to be 5 tries. Could be 6.
Some days is more, right? Some days it's like 6 or something. We're fucked.
Hold on, hold on. Ooh.
we're fucked.
You got to think outside the box here.
But Target discussed like a couple of days ago. 1950 got hit though. So I mean, Don called it earlier out this week. You know, hitting those daily levels at that res right there. Chat's like, I should have held.
Oh my god, fuck. How come weekend YouTube, man? I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Picture stream Sundays, close on Sundays. You my Chick-fil-A.
We went break even never got to.
Close on Sundays. You my Chick-fil-A. You my number one. With the, is that how it goes?
Now that
lemonade. Yo, Wix, guess who sung? He said that line. Fucking bars.
What line?
Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A.
My facts.
Kanye West.
I don't know, but after the stream, I'm about to sell at the top.
L-E-E. Yo, what are we doing here? D-E.
Just close it.
A-D-O. No, we gotta get it. We gotta get it.
We need to get that A into a V somehow.
I'm saying like D-E-A-R, right? So think about it. Dear. Bruh. These nuts.
Dean. Den.
Got him.
Dean. Den. Is den a word with two N's? If den's a word, then we're good.
Nah, that's not a word.
Oh no, we suck.
Why? What's the next one?
After den, done, dove, love.
Okay, think about it. Just break it down, right, chat? Think about it. So dear, you gotta turn dear into love. That's it. So how do you turn dear into love one letter at a time? So start with the basics. What rhymes with love? I mean, what rhymes with dear? Dear, here, you know, like leer could work. I mean, we could try leer, put leer in there, boom, get the L.
I think it doesn't have to rhyme because it doesn't have to be the first letter to change.
Oh yeah,
I think the first,
you're right.
First letter would have to be the last, so it could be like deep, deck.
Deep. Deep's not a word.
You'd have to go deer first.
Deep.
Bro, I'm fucking faded in a hole right now, bro. I can't even.
Nah, one time we worked at this for an hour, bro. You guys gotta stay with us here. Okay, chat. That was right.
Suffer with
Okay,
us.
let's do leer. Let's do leer, and then let's do leer, and then do with lore.
Loan.
No.
Lord.
Loan.
Lord.
Can't do lore. It has to be like one letter at a time, right? So
A-R.
Oh, lower like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Nonetheless.
I don't know. Load.
How do you change the E here though? Like,
Oh no. E.
You gotta change the A.
Yeah, what'd you get here earlier?
I think D is the last letter to change.
So dear, D-E.
Ooh, we'll do this. Do D-E-E-R, D-E-E-R, deer, and then you do deet. And then you do,
Eat.
no, you could do dent or dealt or wait, hold on, what did I just have? Lead, lent, no, I had a thing going. I just lost my track of thought on deet. It wasn't
Dent.
leet. Dent, there we go. It was, no, dent, lent, no, don't. I had a train of thought that I lost. It was deet and it was
Lent.
no, because you could go.
Bro, I knew it was Lent, and you're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays, and I still did, bro. I was too hungry. Fuck.
Bruh, I know those ones. I know those ones.
It's a fuck that
This
shit.
isn't how I went. I went deet.
I know those ones. Wait, what are you doing here, Wix? Deer don't love.
Deer.
Deer don't.
Deet.
But you can't go from deer don't love. That don't work.
Yes, you can.
Deer.
What if you do don't? Why can't you do don't?
From deer to don't? You're changing like 3 letters, no? 2 letters?
No, from dent to don't.
No, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had it. This wasn't the way it was supposed to go. Deep. Dent. Dove. No, you can't. Done, right? It's backwards. Yeah, but I want to avoid the first 3 guesses if we can, right?
Den to Dean. Oh. Dean. Okay. D.
Done. Done.
Oh yeah, done. Okay, there you go.
Lone love.
Let's
Lone.
go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hold
but we
on.
could avoid it.
Hold on,
Let's
wait.
avoid the first lesson.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
We don't need a dent. Oh yeah, we do need a dent.
So what do we need here?
Deer. We need an A to the E, right? To get an N. To get a D.
We need all these, don't we?
Yeah. 7. I
Yeah.
think a 7 min. Watch, it could be like a 5 min.
6.
6.
The fuck was the optimal? Doesn't even show us the optimal. Damn. Damn.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the white vans.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again, the white vans.
I never wanted to
Damn,
wear
Daniel.
vans after that, bro.
For real. Alright, chat. Chit chat. I'm gonna call that day, guys. It was a pleasure having you guys here with Drawdown with us today. And just, you know, making money with you guys in the streams today. It's a lovely stream.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, you know, Drawdown was part of the game, and you guys learned your lesson to not waste your time in Drawdown, not waste your time dwelling. Because the more you dwell, or the more you celebrate, the more you dwell. Vice versa, the more you dwell, the more you celebrate. Don't do either. It's not worth it. It's a waste of time.
More impulsive.
Emotions are a waste of time, bro. There's no need to get emotional. Hey man, you want to be proper or
Procrastination is a waste
not?
of time.
Thinking is a waste of time. Just fucking do it.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Trade with no stop loss. Be a man.
Alright, I'm gonna catch y'all in the trenches, man. Peace
Yeah,
out.
like Wakes had enough of me this week. He's gonna get a weekend break of me.
I tried to get you in last night, bro, but the security was too hard.
Try to
was
sneak
tough.
them in.
Bro, you're the guy that says he knows a guy but don't really know that guy, bro.
So Chad, you know how when you're dealing with like stuff and you go to like a therapist and they tell you to do certain things? In trading, you do the total opposite of what the therapist tells you to do. They said, let go of your emotions. Speak to someone. Nah, keep that shit in your head. Don't speak to nobody about your emotions. Don't let nobody know your true blood.
Let
Stay
that shit build up.
emotionless. Let that shit build up and bottle up until you explode. Once you
Word.
explode though, that's the runner. That's that runner.
That's that. See me on the news tonight.
But yeah, Chad,
Call
we'll
it.
catch y'all. Peace out. Love you guys. Thank you, man.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, guys. Later.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Time to catch these hoes.
Fireman.
Hey, if y'all go out tonight, get a Uber. You guys just made money.